Hey guys, welcome back for another unboxing with POPnGAMES. Today we're actually going to be unboxing the NES Classic Edition. So as you may know, this was released around 2 years ago, but it was discontinued pretty quickly, and it just came back in stock. So we do have this, and we never got a chance to unbox it back in when it was first released, so now we're going to do so. So anyway, we see the front of the box right here, of course depicting the NES Classic Edition itself, as well as the controller. And on the top here it says Nintendo Entertainment System, as you would see on classic packaging. It says games included Super Mario Bros., Metroid, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Legend of Zelda, Kirby's Adventure. It says 30 classic NES games, obviously more than you just see here. And it gives you the rating of E10 and up. I guess that's going to apply to all games, or at least be the highest rating of any of them. We also see on the left side the official Nintendo seal and just the Nintendo logo, because obviously this is made by Nintendo. Okay, let's move on to the left side of the box. Okay, I'm going to actually stand up so I can read this. It says, play classic NES games the way they were meant to be played on a full-sized original NES controller. And there's the picture of the controller. And obviously the title here is NES Classic Controller. Just plug it in and you're ready to go. Includes all of the original features, plus control pad for quick control and movement. A and B buttons, I think that's just showing you, it's not plus, it's just control pad for quick control and movement. A and B buttons for rapid fire action, and select and start for menu selection and pausing the game. Alright, and then we see, Legend of Zelda 1 Link there. Alright, moving on to the right side, it says NES console. There's the picture of the, this version of the console. It's a retro blast from the past with the return of the all-time fan-favorite Nintendo Entertainment System. This mini-sized NES Classic Edition system is packed with 30 pre-installed classic Nintendo Entertainment System games from the 80s. Fully loaded and ready to play using the original style NES Classic controller. Alright, on the bottom, we're going to see nothing too important. Just warning information, and on the top you have this little special logo here. It says Classics. Okay, and finally the back. Okay, so it says Retro Blast from the Past, and here's a picture of all the kind of different games. Here's the complete list of the games, as well as some screenshots of various games and some of the characters from Mario Bros. Right there. And I'm not going to read you the whole list of the games. If you want to pause, you can see. If you're not already familiar with the list, that's what you got in this package. And here we just have Final Fantasy, Mega Man 2, Mario Bros. 2, 3, Balloon Fight, Punch-Out, Donkey Kong Jr., Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, Ninja Gaiden, Castlevania, Dr. Mario, and Excitebike. And it tells you why it's rated E10 is just too mild violence. So, okay. Alright, and now I believe we're going to open it up. I think we covered all of the sides. Yes, we did. And we have this little flap here to open it. And as you open it up, it says, now you're playing with power. I do think that's a reference to something classic from Nintendo. I don't recall exactly what. And we're going to pull out this. Okay, and the very first thing we're going to see right here is this little thing that says Nintendo Entertainment System. And here we have the actual console and the controller. And boy, is it small, as you can see. I'm going to take it right out here, and you can see it right next to my hand to see the size, as if you haven't already seen it. And we'll show the size comparison to the controller as well. And we'll take a closer look at this after we get everything out. This does not open up, unfortunately. Here's the controller. And let's take a look at this. And it definitely looks and feels exactly like an NES controller. I grew up with these myself, so I can definitely tell you from experience. It's rare to see something like this looking so, unplayed and new, but there you have that. And the wire, of course, has the nunchuck style, thing that plugs in. I believe you can actually use a nunchuck with this as well, because it's the same kind of, you can use this with the Wii Remote, because this is like the kind of thing that plugs into the Wii Remote. Tell me, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Okay, so here we have part of the power. We're going to plug, it goes USB into this. And down below here, I believe we're going to see the wires. Yep. So we have the USB cable, which is it USB-C? Let's see. No, it seems to be... Okay, oops, we just had some technical difficulties, but we are back anyway looking at the USB cable, and we can see that it is the smaller of USB Micro and Mini. I always get them confused. I think it's Micro, but you can see right there, it is not USB-C. It is the smaller between Micro and Mini, which I think is Micro. Anyway, Moving on to the HDMI cable. It appears to be the same HDMI cable that comes with the Nintendo Switch. At the very least, it is a black HDMI cable, so it's similar in that regard. And we see that. And so that is everything out of the box right here. And now we're going to take a closer look at some of the things. For one thing, let's just take a look at the unit itself, of course. There's the front of it. We can see the power and the reset button. The power pushes in and pushes out like the original NES. The reset button behaves similarly to the original NES. However, it has a click to it, whereas the original NES, it kind of just springs right back out, if I recall correctly. From the top here, we see that's what it looks like. And the sides. Oh, and of course on the front we have the two controller inputs, as we mentioned earlier. The other side. On the bottom we have these little rubber feet. I don't remember if the NES has rubber feet like this, but this one certainly does. And on the back we see the HDMI out and the DC in. So bizarrely the HDMI out is, I'm going to say upside down. You know, usually, most HDMIs would have it designed to plug in this way, but this one for some reason has it the other way. Not a big deal, but it's like that. And there's the in for the USB that we were talking about, and the HDMI logo right there. I wonder if they have to put that on anything that has HDMI. Probably not, but I don't know. Okay, and we're going to take a closer look at the controller. As we saw before, it has a D-pad, select, start, BA, the Nintendo logo right there. And here's the back of the controller. It does say Nintendo controller. I don't believe the original NES version said that, because this is the version for this. And you cannot use this with an NES console, as we mentioned, because this is the way it plugs in. Okay, and the other thing we're going to check out here is this little instruction manual, or whatever it may seem to be. We're going to have the paperwork, basically. This is just health and safety information. Nothing too important in here. You pretty much know the drill when it comes to that stuff. And this, okay, this looks like actually like a poster. And it does have instructions as well. So let's open this up. And there we have, it says Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power since 1985. And has a picture of the original NES with the Zapper, I believe that's called. And we have Duck Hunt and Gyro Mite. And there's Rob with the gyro. And Duck Hunt on the screen. Two controllers here. And I believe that's everything we see in this picture. And of course, an old school CRT TV. We're going to flip this around, and here we have various translations of the instructions. Here are the startup instructions telling you how to set it up, turn it on, and so on and so forth. Not too much information, but there you have that. And you can pause that if you want to take a look in more detail. It's not going to do you much good without owning the console, but let's fold this back up. And just take a look at everything that we have. That is, if I can fold this up. Okay, there we go. You can also see the instructions just on this fold like that. Alright, so let's put the packaging aside and just look at the box, which I guess is technically packaging, and as well as all the included content. If I can close the box, that is. There we go. Alright, so here's everything you get. We have the console, of course. We have this paperwork, the HDMI cable, the USB cable, the charging brick, and the controller. And there you guys have it. That is going to be it for this unboxing of the NES Classic Edition. Thank you very much for staying tuned to POPnGAMES for these unboxings. And if you enjoyed this one, you can let us know by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.